Alrighty. Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time! I'm back. It's been, 2 or 3 weeks about? I haven't done any streaming. And even for people in the play-by-post server, I've been kind of updating games super sporadically. Very sorry about that. Before I get into... Whoa. Sorry, I nearly spilled my coffee. Before I get into sort of the adventure design stuff, I would love to do a little quick, update on things. So, for myself, I've got a new job. Yay! Which is very exciting. But it's also changed what times I can stream, what times I'm looking... Have I got some... I missed a spot shaving. I've also got different times for when I update, because I kind of get home way later. And I've got a lot of time in the morning, which I usually have been spending studying Japanese or, hanging out with my son. So anyway, my time from before is become much more truncated. Which also means that the conversion... Let's see here. I don't have it... I don't even have it up on screen. You guys are all staring at me. Let me get up the conversion real fast, and then I'll swap over there. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Not this. I need to change over to my... Where? There it is. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, the conversion is coming along. Okay. It's going slower than expected just because, I get home around 10 o'clock at night and it's just, say goodnight to everybody, get a shower and kind of decompress from the day and finish up some play-by-post games, and then the conversion process kind of has stalled out, which sucks. But it's not all bad. It is still progressing, just slower than I'd like. First sip of coffee today after getting a root canal. Always fun. Alright. But yeah, let's see. This month my son had a fever during streaming time, so I was just stuck home with him. There is a rule here in Japan. If you send your kid off to a public nursery school, if you're available during the day, which I am typically for my days off, you have to have your kid with you at home. So he's been with me at home for a lot of my days off. So it's been kind of tough to kind of get to the stream. And also, like I said, tough to get back to updating a lot of play-by-post games. Anyway. And today, special guest, if you do hear someone in the background, my wife is home, sick today, sort of sick.
Yay!
She's pregnant. She's in her. She's got 1 month to go before our next child comes, and she hurt her back or her lower back. Cannot walk today. She can kind of walk, but it's for the safety of the baby and for her sanity, let's keep her home, sort of thing. So she also wanted to see the stream, but I've been telling her, it's me talking to a computer while I type things about essentially board games. So, all right. Anyway, so what we're doing today... Nope, not this. Here we go. If, for anybody that hasn't been following along, and I understand if you have, I only did 2 streams of this, and they were not super popular streams. Oh gosh. Sorry, I just noticed I'm making some ramen over here on the side. And if I let it go, it's going to get all mushy. So I'm going to talk and kind of fix this up. So I wanted to make a level 0 adventure because nobody, I say nobody, I think that we found one on Pathfinder Infinite. Nobody makes level 0 adventures, and for good reason. We looked at the math behind a level 0 adventure, and it's incredibly deadly. You're going to lose out on that your class hit point bonus at the very beginning, which may not seem too bad if you're going to be fighting appropriate leveled encounters. Except that, as the designers said, even level 1 or level -1 and level 0 creatures have kind of been tuned up a little bit so they present a challenge for level 1 characters. Which means that the appropriate challenge for a level 0 creature, level 0 character is actually pretty deadly right off the bat. I think we found out that, like, there's a if your combat lasts more than 2 rounds, your character is either everybody's getting bad luck or your character's going to die. The odds are not in your favor. Originally, I thought, we'll run this as a funnel adventure in which characters just make a bunch of different characters and then they all just funnel through, and at the end, that's your team for the level 1 adventure to come. But funnel adventures don't really work with Pathfinder 2nd Edition because you really want to end up with a group that can coordinate things together. Not to say that a competent group that at the end of, let's say, this funnel encounter, you have 2 fighters. 2 fighters is already a great team. The group ends and you've got 2 wizards, an oracle, and a witch. I feel like a competent group could make that into something that works. But you'd have to communicate a lot more, and that's a kind of a new challenge. Much like my first Age of Ashes group that decided their giant barbarian was going to be their frontline tank. And for those of you who maybe have played a giant barbarian, they aren't. So, anyway. So we've written the outline for our level 0 adventure. This is our quickie. Our quickie is, essentially, there's a town, Chikarin's Grove. I said work in progress, but I'm sticking with it, because I'm going to talk about that. Famed for apple orchard cider and a small yet decent library. Okay, there's a little touch of world building, and we're going to talk about world building today. Players are going to meet some NPCs, but importantly, they're going to meet a changeling. And for people that don't know what changelings are, look them up. They are the children of hags that get switched with children at birth. They eventually then go and become hags themselves. Typically, they do. However, sometimes they resist the call, and this changeling is resisting the call, which makes for an interesting adventure as the hags show up later and start to attack the town. Indirectly, because obviously, hags versus level 0 characters, even a whole town of people, the hags are going to win. So why are they attacking indirectly? 1, for convenience sake, as a mechanics, because there's no way our players are going to be taking that out. But 2, we're going to talk about that today, because we're going to write this story a little bit of why. By the way, what I'm eating today is, hold this up, is making sure I say it right, mokotamen, which is crazy spicy ramen from Tokyo. I know my wife wants some too. Hold on, let me help her out. She's about to spill coffee everywhere.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Crazy spicy ramen from Tokyo. But, if it gets popular in Tokyo, we'll find a way to freeze dry it and send it, not freeze dry, but send the flavor all around Japan. And usually I get this, but this is a special, very rare, hard to get kind of version. My wife is staring. Anyway, I actually thought it'd be spicier.
What?
It's not that. It's spicy. Anyway, sorry, my wife was really watching for a reaction. Last time on stream, I think I ate... What was it that I ate? Those chips that were, like, insane. Nana, skoshi yoshi desu ka?
Yes.
So my wife wants a little.
Thank you.
She's going to be interacting with me like a parent in a children's TV show where you just hear their voice in the background. That's really tasty. To go with that today, you may notice I've been sipping at water and coffee, but I've also got a bit of lemon milk, which is just a lactic acid drink. That's really good. But I think doing the math, if I'm drinking lactic acid coffee and eating spicy food, I am making a problem for myself later. Okay, it's too spicy for my wife. Anyway, I think it's fine. So, we have a hag coven attacking the town because they want to get this changeling, because she's resisting the call. Now, we have a few questions there that are lingering. We have what we want our players to do. Meet the changeling, protect the town, and kind of get introduced to our villains, the hags, the coven, which make for fantastic villains down the line. Obviously, level 1, level 0, level 2 characters are not fighting a hag coven, but it gives us a nice arc of a story. Did I? No. I think we're going to be writing the arc a bit today. We kind of did. I swear we did. No. Oh, here we go. Nope. No, I did not. What a shame. Okay. We did have a nice little arc of going to a town for help, looking for a non-combat adventure to write, maybe having a dungeon crawl, searching for a weapon that could hurt the hags, all sorts of fun stuff. Anyway. Okay. So, today, let me talk about all sorts of ridiculous stuff. I want to talk actually about world building before I get into the adventure. Real fast, here are a few things that we've done before. Adventure opens in... No, come on, we got the good stuff. Small Valley of Towns has lived in peace, the local coven of hags. Essentially, hags were not so bad. Hey, we're cool with them. Now, I didn't mention this, but it's something I've been thinking about for the world building. I should probably define world building before I start in on what it is, or why I've done it, or what I'm doing. Anyway, the adventure. Players get called in for some mandatory volunteer service, which lets them meet the NPCs around town to connect them to the town before it gets attacked. They're going to meet our... I wrote down... I must have a document somewhere with a bunch of notes that we took on the last stream. That's a shame. I'll find that. They'll meet the tavern owner, a market owner, Ingdar. Look at this. Ingdar wrote this down. Where did I put these people? Where did I put them? All right. I'm gonna try and find that. Let's check my drive for all this stuff here. It's the Twitch. Did I call it the Twitch Adventure? Nope. This was another one we did. Oh my gosh. That's pre-planning? Pre-planning? That's the pre-planning there. Shoot. Oh no, that's so... Oh, tragic. Okay. We'll find it. It's somewhere. If I just search level 0, I think we can get it. No. Oh my goodness. Level 0. No, what a shame. Alright. I'll find it. I'll find it on the next one. Okay. Anyway. So. World building. Alright. My brain is in too many different places. We're meeting a bunch of NPCs. We're using skill checks to solve problems. And essentially getting little minor, trinkets, essentially, literal trinkets that can help out with the attacks to come. They'll meet the changeling, and they get attacked by 2 ravens, servants of the coven, keeping an eye on the changeling. They will very quickly, only 2 rounds of combat exist, and then the ravens flee back to the coven. Easy. Those 2 rounds of combat are incredibly deadly, as we went through. Go to the library, then the players kind of get some free time in town. The hags arrive. Ha 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 ha. We've come to get the changeling and attack by some beasts. Okay? This is the last encounter for the day. I'm saying moderate, since it's not so bad. You can kind of end it and just rest. There's a town meeting. What do? This should not end with, and then we give the changeling to the coven. There should be some reason why that is not an outcome that can happen. It could very well just be as lame as it's impossible. Everyone votes and we're like, no, we protect the changeling, even if all the players are like, nah, give her up. Or really, I mean, it could be a complication of the changeling herself disappears. And actually, I do kind of like that. That the hags are still coming anyway. We'll think about that. Downtime. This is important. Players get 1 week to do things to get ready for the hags to come. Because, I don't know about you, any group I run and I say there's an attack coming for the town, they say things like, I'm going to train the soldiers, I'm going to build walls, I'm going to sharpen weapons. Cool. I'll have them make a skill check, and those skill checks will provide bonuses in the attack to come. Great. Then that week ends. Oh, very important. They'll gain their apprentice options at this point. Now, if you do not know... Oh, that's not... I think if I just do 0 level. 0 level? There we go, level 0 characters. I don't know why it didn't come up immediately. If you haven't looked over the level 0 characters rules, generally, your character doesn't have much of anything to start with. Essentially, everyone's kind of the same, with just the ability scores differentiating. Which does mean that intelligence-focused characters like wizards or even clerics are going to be lagging behind so badly. But they have 2 encounters. The ravens and the next one, the hags kind of get to spook you and we're coming back in a week. Then they get their apprentice option. So this gives everyone not a huge power boost, but a little something extra to make them feel like they're their class. And in the adventure, we might write something about like, so-and-so would teach how to do this. There's a wizard on hand with a spell book. Here's a few cantrips you can use. Something like that. I know. Magic takes years of study, so you might have to, like, session 0 that with players to say, your character's been studying this for a while. Or, your sorcerer may know something strange and different about them, but nothing's manifested yet. Alright. Not to mention, take a look at these. Alchemist, monk, stand apart. Martial, spellcaster, stand apart. Things now we've got new classes like Inventor. Where does that slot in? Is that a martial? Maybe. What about a psych? Well, psychic, sure, spellcaster. Thaumaturge? Kineticist? So we may even have to make some new apprentice option rules. Because, hey, new stuff happens. As a side note, I'm doing the Eldamon playtest. Can't talk about any of it, because I got the NDA. But, there's also these third-party classes out there. You, as a GM, would likely have to talk with your players and say, okay, what does your apprentice option give you? Anyway. Coffee and noodles and lactic acid. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Oh, did I? Nope, I still didn't. I'm not going to find out where I put those notes. It's very disappointing. Anyway, the attack comes. It's waves and waves and waves. Here, I've got... Let's check my imager real fast, because I made some maps. Yay! Maps! Hopefully, they're still up. Sorry, I've been doing Nodwick stuff, which is weird. Well, alright. All my play-by-post characters here. Okay. So essentially, good. We would have a map of slowly falling back through each round as the hags, minions, and beasts and creatures kind of continue to assault the town. Starting with an open space where players can kind of navigate and hopefully take advantage against slower, weaker creatures. We don't want this first wave to have like wolves or something that can quickly flank our characters. Then we get into tighter spaces as they fall back for wave 2, and then finally a major showdown here in wave 3. Hey, using the marketplace map pack from Paizo. Hey, sponsor me, Paizo. I'll talk about map packs that you don't actually sell anymore. It's not a very good marketing strategy. These noodles are really good. Oh, I probably should mute the stream right now. The server right now. No, that's I thought streamer mode was gonna go. Ow. Okay, it's a little spicy. There we go. Streamer mode is on. Lactic acid. Okay, so what then does world building have to do with any of this? Because here's the thing. The point of this adventure stream is that I meet a lot of GMs that are so excited to write an adventure. And they start out and they go, okay, well, the evil Lord Drakthar will, of course, be the BBEG at level 20. And at level 1, players will fight his first minion, and it's just... that idea is too large in scale to kind of stretch out without going insane. Unless you are a crazy person, and some people can do that. Instead, breaking things down into manageable chunks helps you to write a story for your players. We're not writing for Paizo. We're not writing for Green Ronin Press or Frog God Games or anything. We're writing for our players. Okay? So we have to think smaller in scale. So world building is one of these things that I always talk to GMs about, and they get it wrong. Because they think, to build a world, you must first start with the stars in the sky. And it's like, no. To build a world, you have to know what story you're telling, and make sure that the setting you put that in is appropriate for the story. That's it. Okay? So, here's our basic plot outline for our game. Now, what we wanted to do is take this from level 0 to level 0 to level 5. Okay? With our coven being the big bads. Okay? Our plot outline is very, very easy. Hags want changeling. Hags want the changeling. Easy. PCs intervene. Okay? PCs then must unite the towns against the hags. Okay? Easy. PCs go on quests to discover the weaknesses of the coven. PCs, one by one, pick off the hags. Final showdown. Easy, okay? It's a very basic plot structure. So what do I need to support this plot structure? Do I need to care about the gods of the world? No, there's nothing in there. Do I need to care about the politics of the towns? Maybe. The players must unite the towns against the hags. I might need that. But there are a few things I need. Questions. Okay? You cannot write a story and not expect your players to have some questions about how it functions. I want you to think of world building like wrapping a present, okay? A Christmas present, okay? You've got your story there. That's the gift right there. You don't get a whole ream of wrapping paper and cover it up so there's no light. It's too much paper. Paper that you don't need. There's world building you don't need. I don't need to know that there was a war that took place unless it affects the story. I don't need to know that the gods have cursed the dwarves to forever toil in the mines unless it affects the story. Now, I already hear people saying, but we have Galarian. We don't need to do any world building. True, in a sense. What a setting does is... I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget. Okay? Let's see here. It doesn't mean you need no world building. It instead means that players all have a series of base assumptions to draw from. Damn. That's very smartly written. Good job past me. So yeah, essentially Galarian provides our base assumptions of the setting. Okay? We know that elves come from... oh my god, I forgot. Castrovel. We know that there was an age of darkness. We know that Eredin is dead. These sorts of things. But we don't know a few other things about this area. Why do the hags care about this changeling? Why are the hags not directly attacking and killing everybody? And on a few notes that I think are going to enhance the story, why is Chikarin's Grove called Chikarin's Grove? Why aren't other people stopping the hags? Okay, so let's get into it. So what I want to do is sort of go back a little bit. One of the first things I did when I was thinking through this adventure, get some more noodles. That was really good. Oh my god, I want another bite. Anyway, I can see my lips getting more and more red as we do this. That's embarrassing. Anyway, I just realized I'm going to put this one up on YouTube later, just to stay forever. Good. Really, hold on. I want to see how red this is. Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh well. Sorry. Okay. So, my questions are, why isn't anyone else stopping the hags? Okay? Easy. What do the hags want? Cool. Want with the changeling. Okay? And here's an important one. This plot stops at level 5. Which is fine. I think a campaign can, and very well should in many cases, stop at a certain point and does not need any more. But what happens at the end? Okay? So, few of my answers. I've talked through this on stream before, but I'm going to write things down. I'm going to just... I don't know why I'm doing that. I wanted to have a... Let me separate it this way. There we go. Boop, there we are. So, Chikarin's Grove is our town. It's called the Grove because it's got apple trees. That's where we settled. Risky threw out the name Chikarin. I liked it, or Chikarin, I think they said, and I went Chikarin. It could still be pronounced Chikarin. Who cares? And it's apples, and I said I wanted to have a library because it provides a little something interesting in the town other than apples and cider. So, okay. And it could be a lot of fun. It also provides a place for players to play those wizard-like characters that don't feel out of place in the farmland. Cool. All right, Chikarin's Grove, here's what I'd like to do, was originally settled by druids. Ooh. Okay. So I wanted to set this in Varisia, because Varisia is the town of adventure. Not the town, the country of adventure. Oh, I have notes. That's where I put my notes. Did I write them down on a piece of paper? Yes, I did. Like a crazy person. Yep. I started writing down ideas. Here we go. Perfect. Varisia. So, for those in the know, Varisia is where our Rise of the Rune Lords campaign starts off. It's where Pathfinder sort of kicked off. For many, it was the classic fantasy, but it really has become more than that at this point. It's the land of Thessalonian ruins, pre-Thassalon coming back. It's the land of giants, the lands of the Shoanti people. It's the Wanderers, the Desnans, and it's a very cool, adventure-filled place. I have a lot of love for it because I loved Rise of the Rune Lords, and sort of where I started a lot of my Pathfinder 1 campaigns. So, thinking about Varisia's history, I thought, I wonder what the hags wanted in Varisia. And I thought, well, if I'm a hag, cool, first off, I've got magic powers, I'm interested in the magic, the arcane, the occult. What if they found and are layered in Thessalonian ruins. Okay? Coven has discovered Thessalonian ruins. Okay? And by the way, for those of you in chat, you can just toss out suggestions, and I may have written down a bunch of ideas. None of this is set in stone, okay? Until I sit down and make it a PDF, everything is malleable. I'm not going to say I'm going to take your suggestions if you come up with something insane. And that's when Lord Gix returns from his mysterious exile, and he's a hag himself. I don't know about that one. Anyway, look at all these. Look, I did a little drawing of our changeling right up here. Proud of that one. He looks like cutie patootie. All right. Coven has discovered Thessalonian ruins, and in particular, an arcane vault sealed away, requiring the sacrifice. I'm going to say requiring, and I'm going to put it in brackets, essentially, the changeling. Okay? They need the changeling to get in there. Perhaps it's something like great sacrifice of one's blood. Okay, well, the changeling's like, well, she is our blood. We're not gonna kill each other for this. So we have our motivation. What do the hags want with the changeling? They want to open this cool arcane vault sealed away by Thessalonians. Okay? Now, let me see here. I was curious. These are not just Thessalonian ruins. It's a keep. It's a tower. What I had said, I wanted the leader of the coven to live in a tower. Who erected that tower? Giants. Thessalonian slaves were giants. Okay? The leader of the coven is currently living in an erected tower, or sealed away by Chikarin. Yeah. Oh, you're getting there. You're getting there. You're going right to where I was going. The leader of the coven lives in a tower that was once owned by giants. See, here's the thing. Giants are deadly. They're huge. They're powerful. Let's say if there was a circle of druids. Okay, well, I think I'm getting the timeline messed up. Let's quick timeline. I'm confusing you guys with stuff that I know and have written down, and I'm being coy about it. Timeline. Thessalon. Okay. Up next, after Thessalon falls, the giants take over. Hey, all right. Now, the giants rule over this valley with an iron fist. They cannot be stopped. They're horrible. They're going to be marching through. They've got Thessalonian magic at their side. But they're opposed by the druids. The druid circle. Chikarin. Chikarin's Grove. The circle of Chikarin. I don't know exactly. But I'm just going to put Chikarin. Okay? What Chikarin is yet? Undefined. But hey, they're opposed by the druids. Okay? This, so far, isn't really touching on what our story should be. And it's getting dangerously into that territory of you're covering that sweet Christmas present with too much wrapping. But stay with me. Opposed by the druids. The druids cannot fight the giants alone. Maybe they make a deal. Okay? Pact made with a local coven of witches. Okay? This I like. Because now, okay, together, the witches and the druids, they can take down the giants. But what is this pact that they've kind of put together? Well, guess what? Why isn't anyone else, stopping the hags? Ooh. It's essentially a non-aggression pact. Okay? which is to say, the witches shall not harm the people of the land. The druids will not bring harm to the witches. Okay? Now, if you're a clever lawyer, you may notice that there is probably some wiggle room in a pact like this. Oh, the witches aren't harming people, but the animals that they have perhaps enchanted certainly can. Now, the witches make use of this non-aggression pact. They drive out the giants. They take control of the giant stronghold. Cool. They're examining the Thessalonian riches. The druids care very little. They're just happy that the land is safe now. And that one got me good. And now, the land is peaceful, it's safe, the witches can be approached. They're like, excuse me, hey, my child, she's sick, please help my child. Yeah, alright, whatever. Here's some remedies, get out of our hair. They're not bad guys, so to speak. Until they need that changeling. They've been planning for this. They've set this up. They've waited till she's come of age to, I don't know, open this vault. Okay? So now, with this pact, the druids cannot stop the witches. Nor do they really care, if I'm being entirely honest. But they definitely don't want to see harm come to the valley, and if things start to come, they might place their hands on the scale a little bit to help out players. This gives us stuff like go on quest to discover the weaknesses of the coven, uniting the towns. Players then pick off the hags slowly. So this gives us a good background to hang the rest of our story on. Okay? What we have is a small section of the world that's kind of locked in a Cold War in a way, and your players get to act as that catalyst to stopping all of this. Hey, let me think. Let's see. Let's see. See if there's any cool notes here. I wrote a lot on a piece of paper, back and front and everything, but I want to make sure there's anything here. That's right. I did hit a small fun thing. I got to a small part. You know what? I'm gonna save it for after the adventure. Okay, so we have our backdrop. That's our world building. We don't need to go further. What's in the vault? I don't care. Okay? That's what happens at the end. If you as a GM want to take this from beyond level 5 further on, by all means. Maybe in the vault is, a Thessalonian war machine that comes to life and now you want to stop it. Sure. Maybe in the vault is a miniature world that the players... Sure. Putting anything in a box means it can be anything. It's entirely Schrodinger-esque, except that that's not the proper, explanation of Schrodinger's at all. But you can put anything in that box, it doesn't matter. It's just, that's our end point for this kind of series of adventures. Cool. All right. That's it. That's our story. We can then actually really write something, which is not exciting on stream, of me just going and writing 3 pages of, history of the area. It was when Chikar and his grove of druids, blah. What we do want to do is get over here. Where? Here? Okay. What we have here, I cannot believe I lost the NPCs' names. We have Slozar the Barbarian. Slozar the Librarian, sorry, because he called that name. I wanted to give him a name that was a little less just Slozar, but Slozar, the Gnome Barbarian. We're going with Gnome because I decided. What do we want them to do at the Lonely Heart Tavern? So, our players are now asked to do some volunteer service for the library. Either collect some late fees, drop off some books, collect overdue books, sort of this thing. That classic, introduce yourself to the people in town that you'll come to love. Okay? And I'll clean this all up later, but PCs, meet with the owner of the tavern. who is who has you know what? I want to go with something a little. I don't want to go with like meat-headed tavern keeper. I think we had said that the Lonely Heart Tavern was run by a woman who kind of a woman who ran things quite nicely. I forget exactly. I forgot. It's been so long since I've done the adventure stream. Anyway, let's say she's ordered some books, and that's a great place to drop things off first. You don't want to carry the books around. Has asked for some books to be brought to her. Okay, she's very busy. She's very busy running the tavern. Okay, yeah, easy. Now, we're going to be making these skill checks, essentially, or puzzles to solve, but a good way to meet them, meet characters. Once there, she and her assistant, and her staff are busy unloading heavy barrels of cider. Oh man, this sounds like a call for either some craft checks to make a nice ramp to make things easier, or perhaps some athletics checks. Hey, cool. All right. I'm gonna say athletics DC XX or crafting DC XX, and I'll say with a success, we should get a talisman. I said trinkets earlier, but okay, there. You know, we want players. The goal of this is not for players to succeed on skill checks and go like, "Hey, look at you! You had progressed the story by moving a barrel of cider." No, that's not at all what it is. But if you're going to introduce doing something, there should be something at the end for why you did it. And if you've seen the conversion stream, you can see me getting physically angry at a lot of the older writing. James Jacobs did it one time in the first adventure. What we got? Mike Logue in the second adventure. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of like, yeah, a thing happens, and the players can then go and do something about it. What does it affect? Nothing. It doesn't affect. You're just having them roll dice. The worst was James Jacobs in the first adventure that says, have the players roll for gather information check. This does nothing. This does absolutely nothing, and it wastes a week. Why? Don't make your players roll. And again, that was 15 years ago. Design mentality has changed, or it's in the very least become more refined. The goal, before you go into any encounter, you want to think, what is the goal for you as the GM? And the goal for this is to meet the NPCs. And this is why I should kind of, since I've forgotten names, I'm just going to go with Mary Hart. I think, because I remember we had gone with Hart as kind of a play on words last stream with Risky. I can go check that stream later, though. Mary Hart, female, human, tavern keeper. And let's give her an assistant. I'm stealing this from Sola Virtus. Gregor Butcherson. I'm just taking the whole thing. If Sola's in chat, I'm stealing your character. Gregor Butcherson, male, human, whoa, I kind of went into Japanese there for a little. Male, human, what's the word for it? Server? Hand? Hired hand? We'll go with that. Okay? Well, as a GM, if you're writing this sort of stuff, maybe hang on one personality on them. I wouldn't do this in the official. I'd write something. I'll clean it up later, so to speak. Let's see. Mary Hart. She is motherly. I hate to go very tropey in terms of that. She's a motherly tavern keeper. Motherly yet boisterous. Okay, cool. Gregor Butcherson. Here we go. We're gonna hit all the tropes. And sometimes it's okay to be a little tropey. Mark Rosewater. Um, Mark Rosewater, lead designer of, I think, lead creative designer, I don't know, for Magic the Gathering, did a big speech on how to design games. And one of the things that he found was if you hang ideas that are well known, it's easier for people to interact with them. Like, the example he gave was a Trojan horse. And it was a card, and a Trojan horse, you'd give it to an opponent, and it would give you creatures. Okay, interesting. It's a Trojan horse. I give it to you, and I get stuff out of it. It's a gift that I get stuff. Cool. And then he changed the flavor of it, and it was like an Acronin lion. And the people were like, what the hell is that? Why does that make any sense? Why do you get that? And then they couldn't make that connection. As a GM, you're balancing a lot of the characters, and if these kind of minor characters they don't need a lot of characterization. So it's very easy to just give him something small, okay? Gregor Butcherson, he's quiet, solid, okay? You can already kind of picture his face, just, yeah, I'm here to help work. Young man, big muscles, okay? Adding a note of an impersonation. Yeah, I should do that more because sometimes I'll fall in love with an impersonation I'll do for an NPC and then forget it in the next game I play. Oh, the barkeep. Yeah, that's actually a very good way to do it. And again, especially for personal stuff and my personal notes, 100%. For this, I'm gonna give this out to people, so who knows. What's funny is I'm running Kingmaker right now. And Kingmaker has the fantastic voice acting of the video game. And I'm trying to do that, which is kind of silly. I should sort of embrace the characters and make them my own. And if you have not played the game, they have a character called Tartuccio. And he has a very strong Italian accent sort of thing that, like, I can't quite do or I can't maintain it. But if I did it one time very well, and now that's what my players expect. So it's very hard. You idiots, why is it that I always have to ingratiate myself to fools like you? I would see you all burn before I ever bend the knee to folks like you. Something like that. And it's so hard to get back in the heat of the moment after, like, jumping between 3 or 4 different NPCs. So notes like that are incredibly helpful. I agree. Noodles are so good. All right, but we get to introduce them. I want to actually look up a talisman. What is funny is anything we make. Oh God, I should just. No. I want No, I'll just do it this way. Equipment. Venturing gear. Talismans. What? Are they not? They're not called talismans? Oh my God, where are they? Are they under worn items? It's going to be very embarrassing. Consumables. That's right. There they are. Anyway, all of this stuff that we write and all, like, the Savage Titan version I'm doing, it's all up in the air as to what happens once the remaster comes. Gosh darn it. Okay. I want to think of a small consumable they can give that makes sense. Like, I think if the Tavern Keeper hands over a potency crystal, a little strange. I'm just wondering. No, I don't think that's. I want it to be relevant to the game as well. Nothing lamer than you get a talisman and you go, one, not going to use this. Most people immediately look at a talisman and go, I'm not going to use this. Almost every player I meet. And two, if you as a GM further that by giving them something they're really not going to use. When are they going to use... Alright, if you give a Wolf Fang, for instance, to a group that never uses Trip, has no interest in Trip, giving it out to a character like Casey in PFS, who is constantly tripping people, Absolutely. Giving it out to the group that has like all two-handed weapons or they're all wizards? No, not at all. Hold on, let me check on my wife, make sure she's okay. You okay?
I'm okay.
She's not okay. She said, I'm not okay. 100% she's dying. And she said something about a toilet. Okay. Instead, maybe, you know what? I think Risky at one point had said something about giving out a cider, homebrewing out a cider that she gives, which is fine. Well, hey, this is fun. Is it useful? I don't think it actually is. She's like, here's a day's worth of food and water in a drink, which makes sense for her to give. Fun from a lore perspective. Actually not useful for the players, so you might as well just give them gold. Why? Anyway. You can always go back and do treasure stuff later, and I think that might be where I'm going, okay? Success, talisman. Failure just takes longer, okay? Okay. Ta-da! Just takes a bit longer. That's the fail forward design. Huzzah! Because there's nothing dumber than make a skill check. You don't succeed. Oh. Do it again. What's the point? Okay. What was going on in the market? Ow. I feel bad. We made some cool NPCs and I kind of forgot everything about it. Alright. Market. There was... Oh, the market, I'm sorry, is where... I don't... No, okay. I'm alright. No, I think we want to have... I like the rule of three. The rule of three... I'm wondering if meeting the changeling in this encounter exists outside the rule of three, in terms of... We'll do something at the tavern, do something at the market, do something at Ingdar's offices, which is the local magistrate, we had said, yes. I'm going to put Ingdar... Make these... I'll let these stand out a little bit so I can come back to them later. Boop, there we are. Ingdar. Van Halen, no. Valhaven, there we go. See, all you have to do is say random words and then just change them a little bit. Ingdar Valhaven. I'm not sure how we got to Ingdar, but we did. Male, human. We had said... Oh, you know what? I know where I put these people. I know exactly where I put these people. Is it template tools? Ha 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 ha. I'm getting it now. It's like, where? I know we wrote these all down somewhere. Not Facebook. No, not Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. There we go. Sign with Google. Boop-doop-a-doo. Nobody send me emails. Or do. I don't know. Nice make friends. Okay. Chickarns Grove. Boom. We got him right here. Terran Hart. Owner of the Lonely Heart and priest of Caden Kellyan. That's right. The Lonely Heart Tavern was also a church of Caden Kellyan. I forgot about that. Ingdar Fletcher. Lawful neutral male human magistrate. Chickarns Grove representative. Boom. Oh, this is great. And Bokore. The agender, dwarven trapper, hunter and trapper, not originally from Chickarns Grove. Sweet. There. I don't have to do any more now. Okay. That's much better. I was so worried about that. I was like, where did I put these things? Alright. Ingdar. Well, let's... I'm happy. Terran Heart is way better than Mary. Alright, Ingdar Fletcher. Alright. Ingdar has overdue books to be collected. However, he is currently quite busy. Oh no. Oh my goodness. How do we solve this problem? And his offices are closed while he is working. PCs must talk their way past. I don't want to say secretary. That's not right. What's somebody that page, right? Their page. Page assistant. Okay. This way we get to do some diplomacy. We get to do some deception. We get to do some intimidation. Here's the only thing. The charisma skills. Has anybody played Lasers and Feelings? Because if you haven't, I highly recommend it. Great game. Where you have two stats. Okay? Lasers and feelings. And sometimes when it comes to the charisma skills, I feel like I'm playing Lasers and Feelings. So, if you'd like to make a bold, straightforward laser attack, so to speak, you know, you want to shoot someone with a gun, make a laser roll. If you want to jump off a building, bold, strong, laser roll. If you want to, pilot a ship through an asteroid belt, boom, laser. Okay? If you want to talk to somebody, talk about their feelings. Feeling roll. If you want to make someone see your side of an argument, make a feelings roll. So it just broke down essentially all role-playing games into either talk to somebody or punch somebody, essentially, but in space. And diplomacy, deception, intimidation just feels to me like make a charisma check. So I'd love to have a fourth skill here of getting past this page. Assistant. You know what? Maybe even stealth. Okay. DC XX. We can easily go and get these DCs actually. DCs by level. Love base DCs. At level 0, this 14 is tricky. So I would think about the easy adjustments for a lot of these things. Alright, here we go. Athletics, let's put that at DC 12. And we'll put the crafting at DC 14. There. Okay. Ingdar, let's see. We've ML human. What do we say? Magistrate. Severe. Yet. What severe? But he's not like a jerk. Like my brain is saying severe yet open-minded, which feels odd in terms of severe yet welcoming. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Severe yet welcoming. I don't want to quote... I don't want to go into, like, Harry Potter stuff, because, one, can of worms. Two, I'm actually not that interested in Harry Potter, even before J.K. Rowling started talking. But the vibe I get is that Severus Snape kind of thing, where he's kind of a dick, but a good guy. You know, my brain says don't drink this broth, but it's really good. Okay. And his assistant, for the sake of let's look at Chikarin's crossing again. How many, what's our, got a few, I don't want to do a halfling. Feels weird. I don't know. Just do another human. Timothy Chalamet. No. Rhaegar. Reggae. No, thank you. Rhaegar. Male, human. Page. Ta-da. Easy. And also severe. Severe. Not welcoming. Okay? That's fun to me. This is somebody that's like, you'd much rather deal with the magistrate, who's kind of a dick, than Rhaegar, who's just kind of kissing up to him. Not kissing up to him, but he's just a dick all around. That's fun for me. I don't think there should be even a success or failure. Here's my thing. You're collecting overdue books. This is a going back to Slozar again. For those that didn't catch the last one, Slozar, we just decided to name the quest giver Slozar from Slozar from the server. That's what he gets, and I do intend for him to die a horrible death. Both the NPC in the game and Slozar the person. Okay. Going back to Slozar has different outcomes depending on the success there. Okay? This is because I don't want everything to be like, you did the check. Here's your coin. You did the good thing. All right. I'm going to say that we're going to make this one harder. Rhaegar, we've decided, is kind of a jerk. Right? So it's going to be harder to sweet talk him. However, Rhaegar might not be that smart. And I think he's going to be kind of spineless. Cool. I'm liking this. Alright, there we go. So, your brain, here's the thing. I like different DCs for different charisma skills. And especially like when diplomacy is the hardest one. Because as players, we tend to want to say diplomacy is the nice option. Like in a video game, it's you'd get it and you go, oh, good guy points. Yeah. I don't want to use intimidation. I'd get the bad guy points. But it's not the same. These are very different concepts. So instead, what I'd like to do is that some people, if you want to be the good, nice guy all the time, sometimes it's going to be harder. Sometimes it'll be easier. You're not really going to know. So I kind of reward people for, oh, this guy's a jerk. You know what? I'm going to be a jerk right back to him. It's fine with me. Cool. Okay. In the market. So I think I do want to use Bokore. And my thought being, whoops, keep going through the wrong tabs. Okay. Whoops. Bokore has an outstanding bill from the library. Oh, tragic. Okay. Let me just drink some of this. So good. What's interesting? Wow. It's not that spicy, but it's getting caught in my throat. What's interesting is there are 3 levels to this. And you can get this at the convenience store anywhere. This is apparently the one you cannot get anywhere, and it's supposed to be the spiciest, which is why they don't sell it often, because people don't buy it. But I do feel like it's really not as spicy as their other ones. And that's more spice talk with Azure. Anyway. Oh, man. Bokore has an outstanding bill from the library. I want... Gruff Dwarf is so passé. But Bokore. A gender dwarf hunter. I think did I say something else about them? Not originally from Chikarin's Grove. Okay. Gruff. Even confused about rules. Okay, I like the idea that they're like, I lived in the woods. I don't get this. I don't understand. Oh, I don't have to pay for books. I'm just reading them. Like, come on. It's a library. Well, you're overdue, All right. I'm curious how to do this. I think this should be a kind of a two-part little skill challenge here for players to meet Bokore. 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 I just went with a very Japanese name there. Okay. However, the dwarf is often found plying their catch at the market. It's a DC perception, or I mean, like, I want to say market lore to find them, but that's fine. Do I want to make it a perception check to find them? I feel like I'm making that more complicated than it needs to be. Where it's like, okay, the players failed their perception check. What are they? They just find them a little bit later? What impact does that have on the game? No. Okay, fine. However, I'm wondering, can we put a hazard in here? Oh, it's always so hard to get the hazard list this way. Hazard types, damaging a hazard, tagging hazards. Come on, help me out. No! Give me the list of hazards. No, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. List? No. Oh, you know what I can do? I'll just do this. And then we go, yeah, here we go. General hazards. Nice. So what if we had, you meet with this dwarf, and at that time, you know, a gust of wind blows down a stall and falls into the players. Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything that quite gets what I want here. I'm not really digging any of these. Yeah. However, upon meeting them, okay. A wagon trundles by. I love the word trundle. Trundles by, and their axle breaks. Woohoo. Okay. Causing a load to spill out onto the PCs. Cool. Reflex, basic reflex, DC 10. Okay. 4, and I gotta be very careful with the damage here. 1d6 bludgeoning. Okay? I'm keeping this all low. Because, let's see. What do we say? The lowest health somebody could have was like 3? No. The lowest health someone could have was 5. At level 0. So yeah, somebody could get taken out by this. Which would be interesting. Okay? On a critical success, they are also able to knock Bokore out of the way. Hey! If Bokore is caught, the dwarf is caught in the spill. We can. Oh, I don't want to go with he. They are agender. Sorry, they are left injured with a sprained ankle. Medicine DC 15. We're just gonna make it like treat wounds. Okay. The cart. I'm not sure about. We could probably make the cart another thing to fix, but anyway. Cool. There we go, and we'll get the success. Here's the thing. Successfully save Bokore, or provide medical aid. Okay, so this person, Bokore, is a hunter. Should be able to give out some cool hunting gear. Let's look at some adventuring gear. What's something that he would? Well, again, we can come back. The dwarf gives the party some adventuring gear. Da da da. All right. My wife really poo-pooed this. Lemon milk. It's good. This is good. It says it's sweet and sour. All right, is that right? It's not really, but... Oh, it's got 1% juice and a bunch of lactic acid. Okay, so we have our first setup. Like, for the whole... All of this, of the first section. Meet the librarian. Slozar then just says, and clean this all up. You could do the fancy, like, read aloud when the players reach this area. But Slozar, the librarian, a gnome, says, "Oh, you've got to go collect some books. I wrote here 3 to collect, 5 to drop off, and 2 late fees to collect. They can all be handled narratively. Events below describe 3 specific encounters the players come across. Lonely Heart, help there, cool. Probably want to elaborate a little on the characters. I'll talk about what they're talking about. Maybe give some, other people are treating the changeling kind of strange. We have to come up with a name for the changeling, by the way. Did I write one? I did. I wrote Meisei. It's not a bad name. I'm okay with that. Then they go to the market. They get Bokore. They go to Ingdar. It's cool. Then they meet the changeling. Get the attack. Boom. Nice. So, from a mechanical perspective, we've really got the first half of the adventure pretty much done. Awesome. Very proud of that. Not bad for an hour of work. Let's do a bit more, and we'll kind of call it. Because oh God, I just realized it's my mother-in-law's birthday today. I've got to get ready for a birthday party today. All right, let's see. Arrival of the Hag. So, we want to have some monsters that the hags send out. Here's the thing. The hags arrive in a show of force, demanding to see their daughter. When she arrives, she blanches, screams, and refuses to go. The hags send animal minions to fetch her. So, as we've established, the hags cannot directly hurt the people of this valley, this area. So, they've got around it. Loophole. We've got animals. Boom. Go animals. So let's look at some monsters. Where are Game Mastery? Boom. Creatures. Their hazards are over. Why do I always look for hazards when they're right here? I'm dumb. Okay. First off, almost assuredly, level -1 to 0. Okay, we do not want to go bigger than that. I also want to do animals. Okay, let's look at our... 43 results is actually a lot more than I expected. Sending off a group of beavers to attack the players is not cool. I do like Bloodseekers. I'm going to put that up here. Blue-ringed octopus. I do have a funny story about them. I nearly touched one. Don't do that. You touch one and die. I can't pronounce it. Let me think. Dream spiders. What the hell? Those are level 0? Interesting. Okay. My original thought, some rats are fun. Bees. Boars. I've learned my lesson. Don't send boars at people. This boar charge is disgustingly strong. Horde of monkeys. We've already done the ravens. Foxes, ponies, sea snakes, skunk, snapping turtle, spear frog, spider swarm, blah, 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 blah. Do not want to do swarms. Do not want to do swarms at level 0. God, no. This is some absolute bullshit for a level 0 group. Vulture rat. What is a vulture rat? Oh, look at that. It's in the travel guide. Well, that feels like it probably shouldn't be picking that. Creature did not include a description. Crap, I'd have to look that up. Just a rat. It's a rat. It's a rat. It's a small rat. What is different? What's different? Oh no, I'm so curious. What is different? Alright. So far. What? Wait, what? Are they the same thing? This is the same animal. What is happening? Am I on crazy pills? This is the same exact creature. Travel guide, what did you do? Alright. Anyway, Bloodseekers are very interesting opponents here. I like this. We do have more flying opponents, which does get frustrating. So I don't like that as much. I wonder. Alright. Let's do building encounters real fast. Now, they say don't treat the players as level 0. Treat them as level -1 for the purposes of these things. So if I put in a level 1 opponent, which would be a low encounter, I wonder if we could do that. Let me see here. Because I don't want to do another flying encounter for these players. They've already been frustrated by that already. Here's what I'm immediately going to. I'm immediately going to a wolf. I knew it was here at level 1. Is a singular wolf who really relies on the pack tactics, or the pack attack, to be effective. I mean, 24 hit points at level 0 with this... Oof. Oof. What if we made it weak? That drops down to 14 hit points. Yeah. If I put in 2 weak wolves, that's what I think I'm going to go with. They send 2 weak wolves. Alright. Weak wolf. 2. So what that is for our encounter... Get out of here, giant rat. Get out of here, same exact giant rat, but different for some reason. That would bring it to party level... Oh, wait. Level 1 would be a moderate. It would be treated as a severe threat boss. Okay, that definitely wouldn't work. Okay, so party level would be -1. These would be level... Oh, God. Even up by 1 is a severe, so that's... Yeah, we don't want to do that. The 2 wolves would be tricky. Okay. Okay, it's the last... I'm curious. I think it's incredibly difficult. Severe 0. Send 2 malnourished wolves to hunt her down, taking out any in their way. Okay. At this point, I'm going to put in a quick GM note here. GM note. If this fight starts to go against the players, against the PCs, which it may very well. I mean, even a weak wolf can pull off how much damage? 1d6. That's not terrible, but for 2 of them, oh, okay, at least 2. Okay, so that's not... Pack attack still is not going to get triggered. I swear to God, if the Sarkorian wolf is the same thing and it's from the travel guide, I have to look at the travel guide again. You sons of bitches, it really is. Why? Let me look at that travel guide again once I'm done with this stream. This is... Oh, no, wait, hold on. Sarkorian, resistance to evil. That's it. Because it's from Sarcosis, which is where the world wound was. That's it? Does that justify giving it another entry? Maybe I'll have to look at the travel guide. I'm so confused by that. Okay. The NPC allies that they've met can lend aid. Causing the wolves to be slowed 1 at this. Oh, it's to chase down different targets, buying PCs, time to recover. Okay, there. Da. And I'll do a quick what's the word I'm looking for? Development. Okay. Development. Okay. The hags promise to return in a week's time to claim their daughter. Okay. And that the town will know. I don't know. Only death. I don't know. The town must choose their side. I don't know. The town will suffer if their daughter is not brought forth. Easy. Cool. Cool. Drink some more spicy noodle broth. Surprisingly chunky. Alright. And then there's a town meeting. We can elaborate on that when we do the cleanup. Downtime. Alright, I'm going to real quick do some downtime. Okay, to explain my feelings. Each player should narrate what they're doing to prepare for the upcoming attack. And then make a skill check. Any skill check will do. Okay? Because let me tell you, whatever you expect your players to do, when it comes to something this open-ended, go for it. I'm going to rally everybody with it. They're going to go for their highest skill, and they're going to try and find a way to make it work. And this is the time to let them do that. Do exactly that. You know, I'm going to stealth. I'm going to sneak around and look for. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Any skill check will do. With the following results. Okay. Crit success. Gain 2 readiness. I do. I'm going to say DC 14. Keep it right on there. Success. Gain 1 readiness. Failure. Nothing. And critical failure. Lose 1 readiness. Okay. And we'll have something like... So we have our max is 8 readiness, but our bell curve is not going to work out that way. Let's see. Let's get the quick bell curve. Paper's all covered with spicy stuff. 0 to 8. Now, we're going to average that. You're going to get about 4, is what I'm thinking. That drops off kind of dramatically. That you might have. I'm going to make a fake curve. I'm not going to do any actual math for it. There. Okay. Our distribution is going to look a little something like this. Not perfect. Okay. But we're going to be putting players are probably going to get about 4 readiness points. Possibly. We're not going to be planning for 8. So, I'm going to say this. 0 to 1 readiness. 2 to 3 readiness. Oops. 2. You know what? No. I'm just going to go 0 readiness. 1 to 2 readiness. Boom. 3 to 4 readiness. Okay. 5 plus. 5 plus readiness. Okay. And I think You could pull off 5 pretty easily. All right. 0 readiness, no effect. Okay. 1 readiness. PCs will start round 1 with +1 status bonus to initiative. Cool. All right. +1 status bonuses as above, except bonus applies to rounds 2 and 3 as well. Cool. All right. As above, except, oh no. All right, except each PC will I want to give them something that kind of helps them recover. Have a no. See, it feels weird to say like there's a ready-made medical kit. Oh, all right. We'll accept the status bonus is +2 to initiative. All right, cool. I think that's fine, and we can tweak those numbers later. Okay, this way, the players feel like they're contributing to something, and it's not a huge. I'll be honest, that's not a really huge thing. But at level 0, that bonus to initiative, it's not insignificant. The +1, all it does is it lets you get through on a tie. Status, hold on. Let's look at scouting real fast. This Sarkorian wolf. Scout. No. Yes, here we go. Circumstance, good. Okay, making sure. Oh, I probably wanted that. Alright, let's just get the Blood Seeker back up. Seeker. Because I think they're a fine encounter. Alright. Quick. Knock this out, and then I'll probably call it and get this birthday party ready. The attack. Wave 1. We want to start off kind of easy. What did I say? I want immobile creatures that are not going to be like running around a lot, something slower. So maybe let's look not animals. Let's look at not animals. Look at plants. I'm gonna look at plants, or even undead. Let's go. Let's look at level all -1. Let's see. I don't want to get any humanoids in here. Let's get the humanoids out. Where? Here we go. No humanoids. Animated blades, fun. Brooms, fun. But we want something that's not immobile, but it's lacking. Giant centipede's kind of interesting. Then again, that said, that centipede poison is real nasty. I mean, that's disgusting. Monkeys, no. Predatory rabbit, what the hell? Damn it, Book of the Dead, why do I miss out on all the cool stuff by not reading things cover to cover? Severed head, always cool. Is it, maybe even going undead is the kind of way to go? Tooth fairies, no. I like tooth fairies, but no. Oh, I had said I might stick with that because I really like this. If we're talking immobile, Yellow Musk Thralls. Ooh. But Azure. Alright, yeah. See, this is cool, but you get that poison, and as a level 0 character, you're dead. You're just dead. No. Pass. Pass Giant Centipede. However, Yellow Musk Thralls are very interesting. 1, permanently slowed, so players can definitely work around that. 2, storyline point of view, what the hell is this? Why? Yeah. I love them. I love Yellow Musk Thralls. I think we're gonna go with them, building our encounters. So, party level is 40. Oh, man. Can I... Oh, my neck. Ooh, there we go. All right. You know what? Let's do... It's got enough hit points to act as a... I mean, it's got 12. Weakness to fire. Yeah. A singular Yellow Musk Thrall, that's a low encounter, I believe. No, it's a trivial encounter? That's tricky. Can't... Huh. Here's the fun thing. Let me see if I can do it. I think we can do it with this. Because this will survive. It will survive to 2 hit points if you make them weak. Okay. We've essentially remade Minions from 4th edition. Cool. Alright, very fun. I'm wondering that we can do that. I'm going to call that low. I don't know. That feels weird. Alright, Yellow Musk Thrall is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to call it... Alright. Everything's moderate. Moderate 0. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I can make this low. Okay, first wave. This is just too silly. I'm not sure how much I like this. If I make the first wave, get out of here, wolf. 2 weak Yellow Musk Thralls. They're gonna have 2 hit points. An armor class of 12, and they're slow. Like, all it takes is one guy with like a bow, like, huh, it's dead. Got it. Which is kind of why I want to make one not weak. But if I make one not weak, the encounter math at level 0 really doesn't work. And I think that that's known. Oh, I am curious. Though the spray pollen does mess this up a little bit. Yeah, alright. We'll just do 2. 2 weak Yellow Musk Thralls. I think that's interesting, but... Weak Yellow Musk Thrall. 2. Okay. PCs. Then... Get 10 minutes to recover. Okay? No. Let's not do it at wave 1. Okay? I'm going to say that the next wave comes on suddenly, and the forces of Chikarin's Grove... Chakarin's Grove fall back. Okay. Oh, I do want to note the attack. I want to note here, this opens with the... Okay, no. Hag Coven makes themselves known, promising death for unleashing a swarm of shambling thralls. Cool. Okay? Coffee has gotten cold, which I apparently have heard is really bad for your teeth, which is probably why I'm going and getting a root canal every week. Back. A wave of... Have I been talking to myself? Where am I? Sorry. It's odd. Night Hag. Is that what I want to use? One of these hags has access to a solid fog. Who did I say? Blood Hag? No. Green? Nope. Winter Hag. Storm Hag. I think it was a Winter Hag I was going with. Solid fog. Here we go. Yes. Okay. So, a wave of solid fog conjured up by the coven rolls into the town. The next wave, the NPCs fall back to Area 2. This area is entirely difficult terrain and no, what? No. Difficult terrain and everything is concealed. Where's solid fog? Where's obscuring mist? Yes, and all are concealed. Cool. Are concealed. Okay. Why is this good? Why is it bad? 1. Good, because it shows off the power of the coven. They're willing to do a little something to tilt the scales in their favor. It also gives concealed to the players, which is going to benefit them more than hurt them, I think. Okay. This, now, I don't want to use more Yellow Musk Thralls. I'm curious what I can get away with. If I can do some plants. More plant stuff. Let's go plants. Well, I don't want... Just give me the plants, please. No. Give me powerful plants. 7. There are not enough plants. And they're all leshies. They're all so friendly. Vine lashers. Ugh. This is from Fall of Plaguestone. That's no good. Leshy. Galthian Wanderer. What? Where are you from? Bestiary 3. Got it, good. We're not using that. Okay. Let's try something a little different. Wow, that actually... Okay, again, Fall of Plaguestone. No. Another Leshy. No. Another... Is this a unique... Yeah, Leshy. Leshy. So many Leshies. Stinkweed Shambler. Again, another kind of specific one. Yellow Musk Brute. Ooh. Well, hey now. Okay, hold on. I'm starting to see something interesting coming up here. Oh, this could be a lot of fun. This would be an obviously really fun... Let's make it weak. This would be a great level 3, or round 3. 35 hit points. Jesus. Jeez Louise. 1d12 plus 3. Woof. Alright. I want to use this. It's incredibly powerful, but I want to use that. I think that's really fun. Okay. Alright, we're going to keep with the Yellow Musk theme. Instead, I'm going to go with the Blood Seekers for the round 2. So they're not going to... Here's the thing. Blood Seekers... 20-foot burst. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. So if we've got... Let's look at our... Did I really just use my... I did. I used the tab for the building encounters. Good job, me. Alright. So if we're considering we're at level -1, on the same, make a moderate with 2 Blood Seekers. Here we go. Moderate, 0. Blood Seeker. Woo. 2. Okay. That could be interesting. After this encounter, PCs gain a 10-minute rest to recover, while how long does... Of course, how much you want to bet? I absolutely covered up the solid fog. How long it lasts? I think it's not going to last that long. Yeah, a minute. Yeah, solid fog fades. Cool. Now, well, the solid fog fades, and the sounds of destruction can be heard. Okay. So, wave 3. Ooh. We're gonna... So here's the one thing. 60 experience would be low for our weak... Where'd he go? Our weak Yellow Musk Brute. And this would be very interesting if this Brute is, like, obviously a giant. Okay? Large size. Not like a big giant or anything, but it's a giant. So it should give a little... Ooh. Oh man, this is nasty. This is nasty. This tendrils. Also, weakness to fire is coming up a bit, which gives us something that could be given out to the players beforehand. All right, we're going somewhere with this. All right, I'm gonna call this. I know it should be low, but I don't think it's gonna actually feel like that in reality. Weak Yellow Musk Brute. Okay. Barrels in. Slam. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I was going to adjust things. I was going to say, oh, it was already weakened. Hit points are lower. Here's the thing. You give players, like, some... here's a few alchemist fires you get for talking to people, or as a reward from Slozar at some point. I don't know. Or even prepping up for the adventures to come. Suddenly they feel like real badasses. They're hitting this AC, which is so low. It's a sack of hit points. This feels like a really cool little boss encounter. I think I mentioned that I was playing Diablo 2 recently. And I was like, why did I love this game so much? And why do I still enjoy it now? Am I playing it now? And there was something about, like, slamming into a boss and, like, hitting it, and seeing that life bar just barely go down, when it would just turn and smack and just, boom, I'm nearly dead. Very suddenly. I kind of like this as a, This is a horrible thing. And Poison, how much do you know about Yellow Musk? Because they are nightmares. You may notice, not undead. They are plants. They are creatures. Ooh. Yellow Musk Creeper's tendrils bores into its brain. Yes, they're so good. So I like this as a final opponent. They are permanently slowed, so the players can play around that. They have the weakness to fire. Again, players around at 35 hit points. You're at level 0. This is weak. This damage becomes 4 to 15. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. And that's on a non-crit. Players definitely would have to learn to stay away from it. And even the entangling tendrils really makes that tough. Yeah. I mean, this is one of those things, like, you get its weakness, and then you just kind of laugh your way to the bank. So I like this as a final opponent. It could be one shot. It could it could pull the Wolverine, which is to say, Wolverine exists as a part of the X-Men to show how strong other people are. I think if you've heard that trope, Wolverine shows up to an encounter, I could take this guy, and gets immediately flattened, and they're like, whoa, this guy's strong. He took out Wolverine. It's like, Wolverine's existence is to be taken out in one shot. And then he'll have a comic where he destroys an army to keep his status as the strong guy. So, it'd be very interesting to have that dwarven fighter who's always on the front line. He's been kicking ass the whole time. He's like, bah! The bigger they are, the harder they... Sent flying across the arena. Oh my god. Maybe we shouldn't do what that guy's doing. Alright. And it also makes the Coven horrifying. I mean, that they're like, okay, this is a giant corpse. Okay, this is the corpse of a giant. 1, how the hell they get that? 2, they have plants that can control our bodies. That's terrifying. It all feels very thematic. I mean, they fought with ravens, wolves, bloodseekers, and yellow muskrats. All of that feels on theme for witches. I think that's really cool. I'm going to ties back to our world building of this originally being a valley run by giant kind. There we go. All right. I'm very happy with that. And that's it. That's our level 0 adventure in a nutshell. We've got all we have to do, and it truly is clean this up and write it out nicely. Which I think, when's the next time I have free time? I've got my calendar here. Well, my son's going to be born in a month, so free time shot. But this is excellent. I think if anyone wants to run a level 0 adventure, yeah, stop having kids. You can have so much free time. Goals. Let me tell you. No, I love my little ones. I wouldn't trade my world for them. But sometimes I do just want to sleep. There's nothing worse than you hear just a voice from another room like, "Father, I'd like to play." And you're like, "Oh my God, I should play with you." But also, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So, fuck off, child. Who I love. Now I'm just gonna have two voices like that. Yeah. Oh my God. So my wife is home today with a bad back, and it is also my mother-in-law's birthday today. So we're getting some food. We're gonna have like a big old party. We're getting a bottle of wine. Woohoo! But also, my wife has the bad back. We're like, hey, could you also watch our kid on your birthday? Like, so don't drink too much. No, we're not gonna be that bad. But we are not feeling. We feel a little guilty. Not that. I mean, obviously, I'm helping out. That's making me sound like I'm just like watching. But anyway, long and short, Grandma has come for both her birthday and also watch our kid help us out. Good God, we're going crazy. Well, my wife is going through some shit. Oh, also, I've got work. That's the big thing. Sorry. All right. Woo! All right, this is 3 quick pages of an adventure that works. There are more things to define. Like I said, you can kind of write some things out here. I didn't even name the changeling here. All it takes is an hour or even a little less of cleanup, and boom, we have an adventure to go. And the next time I do this stream, well, the next stream I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going back to Savage Tide and going back to Adventure 3, because that adventure is going to be hell, because it's going to be on the high seas, and it's written in 2006, and like there's so much to tackle there that is just a pain. But the next adventure design, let's get right into the level 1 adventure that will come after this, which is my aim is for it to be a non-combat adventure, which I know on its face sounds difficult, but we can make it interesting, I hope. All right, so that's my stream for today. Woo! I'm going to get ready for a birthday party, and I'm going to drink my lactic acid, and I'm going to drink my spicy soup, and I'm going to drink my coffee, and then somewhere in all that, I'm going to just explode. Yeah, exactly. Subsystems make non-combat fun, and I want to use a lot of them. Not a lot of them, that sounds bad. I want to use the influence subsystem. Particularly, I'm thinking if the players have to go meet with a circle of druids, known as the founders of Chikaran's Grove. Could be a lot of fun. All right. See you, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe and drink your spicy soup.